Hi everyone and welcome back to the Omnitas Spectrum. Today I'm back here with Thomas because we have just released our new app, Omniplanner. So let's get into it. Welcome back, Thomas.
Thank you.
So I'm really excited about this. So we have a new app, the Omniplanner.
That's right, yeah.
Great name.
Well, it actually does exactly what the app name is called, but I think that the best way to describe it is actually through the product video that we produced.
So with that, let's check it out, everyone, and discuss the app afterwards.
This is Steve. Steve is trying to allocate resources between his organisation's marketing regions, but the data he needs is scattered over multiple Monday boards, which makes this extremely time-consuming and difficult. Luckily for Steve, we have the solution for him. Whether it's time, personnel, or money, with Omniplanner, Steve can allocate all his resources from one place within Monday.com. Allocating resources can be specified in up to 4 levels. In Steve's case, 3: region, project, and account. He can then filter and group by each level to see where his resources go. When adding a new item, you can connect it to its relevant levels. This eliminates the risk of misallocating resources and makes it easier to find the relevant subsets. Since Steve now has all his resources in one place, all native functions can be applied, and setting up live reports in a dashboard is just a few clicks away. Make allocating and planning your resources a breeze. Try Omniplanner today.
A lot of great features.
Yeah, it helps you plan anything. It could be money, finances, personnel, time. So a lot of cool use cases. Just to give you like a high-level use case, except what we saw in the video, obviously, you could plan out your internal projects either from a financial perspective, like what's the budget I'm allowing each project to have month by month. A budget can then be transferred with a formula column or Monday other functionality into FTEs, full-time employees, or other kind of resources. We can also do it in the reverse. We could say, how many FTEs does each project need each month? And then we can transfer that over to hours or money. So again, through our app, we are using Monday native functionality to get more out of Monday by focusing the app on always catering to the native functionality, like allowing a formula column, allowing mirror columns, and so on. So it's for whoever wants to have full Monday functionality, but still prefer or need what we are used to from spreadsheets with a list to the left and then monthly, weekly, or quarterly or yearly columns.
Budgeting, that's actually something many people do struggle with in Monday. And here we can actually help with that one as well.
Especially if you're used to Excel spreadsheets where budgeting, maybe you have a monthly column with January to December where you spread out the cost over the year. If that's a visual that you're very used to, transitioning over to Monday with one item and then a timeline column could be a bit of a challenge. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of the timeline column, especially when it comes to workload, because that's how the workload widget works the best. But when it comes to budget, revenue realization, and stuff like that, you sort of need to isolate it because it's also very seldomly linear. So if you have a sum and you spread it over 5 months, most of the time there's differences between the months.
I'm the CRO and marketing director here, and I can tell you my my marketing spend, that's not linear. It's some there, and so I need to actually be able to pinpoint it fairly well.
Yeah, and also something that's really fun. We had one of Scandinavian's biggest legacy companies actually being part of the development of this planner view because they're using it for their global marketing activity planner.
Yeah, and I know that's a brand like everyone knows in the world.
Yeah.
But let's not mention them, but yes.
So that's really cool, right? They're spending millions every month all over the world, and they're using the Omniplanner as a way of tracking this, forecasting this, running instant dashboards in Monday to aggregate the information, providing feedback about spend changes, and then of course, as the month passes, the forecast becomes actual numbers.
Yeah. So they both have budgeted and actuals going on in there.
But they're doing it in one view. They just basically validate the forecast, and if it's wrong, they just change the number. So it's like they're doing it on a global scale, but still keeping it simple. It used to be quite a big process for them. So just transitioning over to Monday has been a huge boon, and they had ROI basically month one.
I can just imagine just the amount of time being saved. But isn't some of these features basically plucked from the TRS? So there's an overlap between them. How does that work?
So it is the same basic features that we had in the Omnitas time reporting solution that now is in its own separate app for the people that only need the planning version.
Is that going to stay, or are you in the future going to need both apps, or how are we thinking about that?
Right now, the plan is to keep a one-to-one feature set. So in Omnitas time reporting solution, you will have Omniplanner embedded. This has sprung from our own implementation consultants sitting with the client, understanding there's a need, and because they know about our app that has this hidden planning feature as well, they've been able to solve big company problems quite easily with the planning view. But I assume that there's thousands of Monday users out there that don't know about the planning aspect in Omnitas time reporting solution, and that's also a way of like highlighting that by providing it as a separate app, and hopefully we can help more people get more value out of Monday this way.
Awesome. How have we thought about the pricing? Because one is per account and the time reporting is per user. So how have we thought there?
Omnitas time reporting solution is of course meant for all the employees to go in and do their time reporting end of day, end of week, or end of month, meaning that we need a per seat pricing structure. $5.99 per user per month. You pay for 11 months if you go annual. And that's really great. But if you're a 600 user account and you need a planning app,
that $5.99 of the TRS, that can scale pretty quickly.
Exactly.
So where have we landed in with the Omniplanner then?
We did a bit of benchmarking to understand, of course, the target audience, the use case, and what could be normally priced. And as all our other apps, we try to undercut that significantly. So we landed at $500 monthly, 1 month free if you go with 11 full year.
Doing a bit of math here, I see that there is a cut-off point here where it's actually cheaper to go for the time reporting solution as a whole. That would be correct, right?
Yeah, so really want to emphasize that Omniplanner is part of Omnitas time reporting solution, right? So, and it's the same feature set, one-to-one, nothing inferior with it. So if you're 85 or below, even if you just need Omniplanner, you still should get the Omnitas time reporting solution because you will spend less.
Yeah.
If you're more than 85 and you only need a planning version, get Omniplanner. Obviously, if you're more than 85 and you want to do time reporting and Omniplanner, you don't need to buy both apps.
Yeah.
Again, you only pay for one.
That's awesome. I think with that, Thomas, thank you for coming to me here today and tell us about this app. And it's on a 14-day free trial.
Correct, yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much for watching us today. You'll find the link to the app down in the description. Have fun playing with Omniplanner.